What's going on, everyone? It's your boy from Shocker the Nice, it's Ted Jug here, and we are here for week number 5 of the OGDL, where we're taking on Coach Crab and his NSW, no, NSF. I have no clue. I don't remember what his thing was. But we are taking on his Rollers, and he is currently undefeated. And with the team that he has right there with Bax, Torn, and Azu, you can kind of see why. His Terra Captain is also the Torn, which could be any Terra Captain, any type of lunch. So I'm getting scared. But this is going to be an interesting matchup to say the least. Looking at the team he brought, he didn't bring the Quagsire, which I was very surprised by, and no Mesprit, which was huge. Open up the door for my Regieleki, especially with its Terra Fighting set. And the Terra Fighting set actually looks really, really good in this match. So, but you guys are excited for this game. This is a must-win game for us. We need to win this game to have a fighting chance to make the playoffs. We are currently 1-3 right now, so we really need this win. If we lose, we basically are forced to win out and have to win out big, like real big, like 4-0 or higher, basically big, if we have to win out. But if we keep winning out now, we can make playoffs. So a lot's on the line going into this game. So with that, let's talk about the team here. So we are bringing Alolan Muck, which is AV, which is probably not going to be as good of an AV set now. Torn, which is just kind of more attacks. I don't remember what other thing I had for it. Booster, Iron Leaves, which is designed to outspeed everything past the Hydreigon, especially if it's Scarf. Set up an SD and just basically click buttons and win. Regieleki, which is Terra Fighting this week. I believe we are Magnet or Specs this week. Rosella Berry, Regidrago, and Silver Powder. Low kicks with no first impression when I realized it when I played this game last night. But we're rocking with Swords Dance, Leech Life, Trailblaze, and Throat Chop. So really big hyper offensive team we're bringing kind of this week, just because I counteract some of the bulkiness. But again, he brought Air Treads, which I think was a little bit of a weird. Excuse me. Sorry. Very surprised bringing my opinion. I feel like Iron Treads just did not have a good matchup into my team, in my personal opinion. Also, the Farigiraf is very weird. Everything else that we expected to come. So with that being said, let's go ahead and get into the matchup. So I actually decided to lead off this matchup with my Pablo, and he actually reveals that he's Terra Fairy on his Torn, which does make sense. Double Fairy is not bad since I don't have the best Fairy switch-ins on my team, which made a lot of sense. And again, I went with Fighting just because Fighting was really good to counter the Hydreigon, the Excalibur, the Iron Gigas, good neutral damage on the Farigiraf, and I think he also had one other Pokemon that also was really good with it. So I could have gone with Terra Grass, but that was just too generic in my opinion. I just felt like they didn't help. So I'm gonna lead with Pablo. Excuse early in the morning, obviously you can see as a recording this. So I'll lead with Pablo here, which shoutouts to Mephisto. I'm named this after Pablo's Mephisto. He's my guy. He's my goal. He's my goat. And Pablo signed up to the Iowa Jolteons, and he said, "Listen, I come from the Dawn. The Dawn requested I come to join your side." And then I said, you know what? If it's from the Dawn, I gotta accept, because the Dawn provides. And as you're gonna see, the Dawn indeed provides. But with that being said, so I go ahead and just do. There's a couple of plays I could think here. He could think I could Sucker Punch him here. I could First Impression here and do some other stuff. So I'm expecting him to probably think he's gonna First Impression just to get his rocks up, because getting rocks up could really help wear down the Torn, force me out eventually with this guy, and go from there. So I'm going to go ahead and just SD right in front of his face as he does lay up rocks. So I'm looking at the damage here. I guarantee 2 KO here with the Leech Life here. Sucker Punch doesn't guarantee knock him out either, so I'm just going to go for the Leech Life here. I could have Trailblaze. I do realize that I'm faster than him, which is very interesting, which tells you he's doing defensive, and he had no real attack on that thing. So we were able to get this thing out of the way. I should have looked at the calc for Trailblaze there. I should have looked at the calc there, because then I would have set up Trailblaze, and then I think I pretty much would have won this game, essentially. But He's going to go right into his Torn here, and there's a couple of plays I'm thinking of here. So he is going to go to his Torn, and he's going to click Break Wind here, or he is going to potentially set up a Hazard here. I decide, you know what, I might as well get whatever damage off I can off of this thing, and I do a massive amount of damage, and he misses Bleak Wind. And let me tell you, Crab, that's how I felt last week. Missing it when it matters most. And that sucks. Because as you guys are about to see, we make a really good play, and obviously it's the play that probably just, I'm going to say it right now, probably just wins us the game. But, yeah, so I'm going to go ahead, go for the Trailblaze as he brings in the Azumarill, and I just click Leech Life here, get back up to full health, and yeah, this is not looking good. So he goes into his Torn. He doubles back out to get back basically up Regenerator. I'm just going to click Leech Life again. And I want to tell you guys something. This Barriga Rep had such a weird set. This Barriga Rep had Mean Look, Nightshade, and some other weird moves. Basically a useless set. But it was a set that was designed to 1v1 against Earthworm. Because he actually feared Earthworm. And if he brought the team that he brought, Earthworm kind of did just destroy him. I'm not going to lie. But Earthworm, I felt like was just a little niche, but it pays off dividends because my opponents have to over prep for now Earthworm, which is great. But Pablo is now at +2. He's +1 speed. He's at full HP. He goes into his Torn here. I'm just going to click Leech Life here again. And believe it or not, that was a guaranteed Oko with Silver Powder. And yeah, so I'm going to go for the Leech Life here. Almost knock out the what's his name, Baxcala. I think Sucker Punch was a roll the KO, but Pablo has done everything he can. He's done everything he can to do this, and I'm fine sacking off Pablo at this point. But Pablo is an absolute legend. He's swallowing all that yayo, yayo, yayo. Pablo is God. I only had 40 investment in HP. 40, and he lived that hit. Now, I will say, I don't know if it'll show up in their screen here, but that actually was a roll to knock out Pablo. I believe it was 87 point to like 106, something like that, I think. So the roll was, I think, a decent amount in his favor, but Pablo proving why he is the GOAT. He is proving why he is the man. And Pablo is going to win me the game 6-0 off of lead. Oh, it was 89.4. My bad. And Pablo. Oh, Pablo. Pablo. I love Pablo. I'm so glad I actually made the transaction to pick up Pablo because Pablo has put in work this week and last week. He put in some good work in a couple. I think got 1 or 2 KOs last week. I could be wrong, but Pablo has put in the work for the team lately, and I'm so proud of Pablo. You see, when the Don provides you a low kicks named Pablo, he's not going to disappoint you. Pablo did not disappoint. He knows he lives up to the reputation of the Don, and the Don, once I said it, has provided me this win because he provided me Pablo. But I'm just being stupid at this point. But with that being said, GG's to Crab. Also, if anyone's wondering why this is a post-com, I actually was just doing a Mario Kart stream with my friend Brendan for like 3.5, 4 hours, and then got back to Crab, and I was just in call with my friends. So I figured, you know what, just gonna play the game. And before anyone says anything, no, my friends did not say or talk to me during this game. I was silent and focused on the game itself. I did not have any help in the matchup. Just going to declare that right now. I am an honest person. I would never lie. And I only told them about the game basically once the game was over. That's how it basically went. So there was no help during the game. And if they tried helping me, I would have left the call. So just going to point that out right now. But we pick up a massive, massive win that we needed this week. We're now 2-3. I believe we were like minus. We're like -5. No, 5, 6. We're at like 9. Yeah, I think we're at like -9. I think so. This was a big, big, big push for our differential. which was really good. I believe we're now 2-3 -3, if I'm correct. So big win this week, guys. We got 3 weeks left to go. We really need to win out to just guarantee playoffs. We could probably at most afford maybe one loss and one loss only, but then we got to win out pretty much for our higher last 2 games if we're going to have a shot at playoffs. So really big stakes going into week 6, ladies and gentlemen. With that being said, though, thank you all so much for watching. Shoutouts to Pablo. But with that being said, thank you all again so much for your time, and I will see you guys next time. And until next time, guys, peace.